Herbert Schambeck was born on July 12th in 1934 in Baden by Wien in Austria. He graduated in law. His field of specialization was constitutional and administrative law. In 1967, he was appointed full professor of public law, political sciences, and legal philosophy at the University of Linz. He gave guest lectures in many countries all over the world. At the same time, he engaged in a political career, being elected in 1969 as a member of the Federal Council, that would be the Senate of the Republic of Austria. He became chairman of the Christian Democratic Party in 1975 and continuously president or vice president of the Federal Council. He was married to Elizabeth, who died in 1989. They had a daughter. His ties with the Holy See became notorious, notably since his membership of the delegation of the Holy See to the General Conference of the International Atomic Energy Agency from 1969 to 2007. Professor Schambeck collected multiple academic awards, mainly in the German-speaking world and in Eastern Europe. 10 years ago, Professor Schambeck addressed our Academy on commemorating its 20th anniversary of foundation. He did not miss recording the role he played in its foundation. I can witness myself to the fact that the very idea of creating such an academy came from him in 1988. He contracted Father Schasching, Jesuit, Professor Weiler, and Father Utz, Dominican, and informed the then Secretary of State, Cardinal Casaroli, of the project. I was working myself with Casaroli at that time, and so became involved in the project as well. In 1988, as I moved to the University of Strasbourg, I continued to meet Schambeck and Utz in Zurich and Vienna. Finally, we wrote a letter to His Holiness Pope John Paul, submitting formally the idea of a Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences. This was finally created, as you know, by the papal decree of January the 1st, 1994. Later, in a private conversation with Pope John Paul, the latter said about the Academy, I quote, "The initiative came from Austria. After his 80th anniversary, Professor Schambeck became honorary member of our Academy in 2015. He died in Vienna on the 2nd of October 2023.